Hey there! I'm happy to welcome you aboard this wonderful catamaran, Sunreef 6-foot, which I'm super excited to show you today. So here we go. Well, the history of this brand has lasted for about 20 years. The production is located in Gdansk, and the first production was located in shipyards. With a century of history, but now, right on the bank of the local canal, there is a brand new, modernized shipyard. It provides the future owner an unreal amount of choice of all kinds of finishing materials, fittings, cranes, wood, all that you can only imagine. I actually got the feeling that when you step on the Sunreef, it's like you're buying a house. And basically, it is kinda true. The average construction time of a catamaran is 8 to 10 months, but the slot waiting is about a year. But at the same time, the work on your future catamaran occurs as follows. You arrive at the shipyard, and you are given your own project manager, own designer, who within 2 to 3 days of working with you, tries to create a portrait of your future catamaran. And this sort of imagination, it makes you feel like you're literally renovating your own house. 60 feet, 4 cabins, a huge master cabin, and 3 staff beds. Well, let's take a look at the yacht precisely in this color. Here we see a huge aft platform. In our case, the aft platform is equipped with a table and chairs. And if you pay attention, none of this is grafted to the floor and not fixed, respectively. The modification of the catamaran is completely your choice. You can set a table over here, if you will, or soft sofas, whatever. That's all up to you. So also from here, we see the entrance to the cabin for staff. The accommodation here could be like either a twin or double bed, and there is also quite a big kitchenette. And what is really noteworthy is that the surfaces everywhere on the board are absolutely flat. That is, you won't stumble somewhere and won't fall down suddenly from the rapids. The board itself is very high though. Hydraulic platform on Sunreef 60 is a must-have, as it adds a lot of comfort. I mean, you can use it both as a bathing area and as a tender storage area. There is a very comfortable slope, large wide steps, and I absolutely love the aft cockpit ramp system. In folded form, it hides under the stairs and goes to the engine room, so it could be completely invisible. Well, here you see a huge space to relax on the front cockpit. The grid areas are minimized, though, and little more about sailing equipment. That's the last of all that is on the market. I mean, the shipyard isn't an old-fashioned one, and has time to update the materials and suppliers. So we also see a lot of soft areas. Again, particularly the Sunreef sailing equipment is just amazing. You can see the 3 front sails over there. Also a stormy one, we see Genoa, and I guess that code 0 is the perfect solution for such a boat. Giant boom. Let's also take a look at the V shape, which makes it easy to place the sail bag over there, and the sail just simply goes into it. Alright, so now let's do a flybridge review. The climb to flybridge occurs from the stern cockpit. The steps here are really comfortable, and that's why the climb isn't that steep. The layout of the flybridge, it is entirely your choice. I mean, it's all about the tasks that have to be done. In particular, you can see that the owner of this boat is very keen on sports because there are both hydrofoil and mobile gym. And generally, the layout in this area could be absolutely different. There can be tables or sofa zone only, if you will, or a full and wide kitchen. In our case, the kitchen corner is in this part. By the way, there's a barbecue as well. And most importantly, the navigator's place. I won't stop to continue to stress the importance of the review. All 3 sides from here are perfectly visible, and basically, when you see 3 sides, that's quite enough for you to keep the situation in your hands. The boat has plenty of sunbathing space, including a flybridge. It can be completely covered with a tent, and thus another area, protected from the sun. By the way, winch management is also comfortable and simple. But anyway, you have to understand that sailing on a 60-foot long yacht, you should also have at least one assistant, even if you are a skipper. Well, the Sunreef 60-foot catamaran can accommodate either 4 or 5 guest cabins. This makes it possible to either reduce or to increase the number of staff areas. If you plan to have 5 guest cabins, then you will have room for only 2 of the staff. Therefore, the optimal layout is considered 4 cabins. One of them is the master cabin, 3 guest cabins, and 2 cabins for the staff. Namely, it will be 3 people who will be able to cope with all the tasks of control of the boat. An incredible variety of finishing materials will allow you to create your special interior, which will be to your liking. Good rounded lines, quiet tones, and every detail over here indicates that this is indeed a modern boat, so you understand that it is already perfect and does not need any adjustments and additions. Big spaces, great ceiling heights, a lot of lockers, and basically no matter how tall you are, because normally people who are tall, they have certain inconveniences on various yachts. Whereas here, a person who is 2 meters tall and even taller, he'll feel perfect. Guest cabin. Again, we see a full double bed. Each cabin certainly has its own bathroom. Guest bathrooms, although a little smaller in size, but from this they are no less roomy. And there are also 3 more cabins on the boat like this one. So, there are 3 cabins in this version of the catamaran. That means there's another master cabin downstairs, at the bottom of the float. And what I particularly like about the Sunreef is that whatever you touch on board, you feel that all the materials are natural, and it gives you that sort of feeling that you're home. Everything is so organic. All surfaces are smooth, no protruding details on the floor at all. Huge bathroom. And once more, you are your own designer. Interestingly, the owner of this yacht decided to install here laundry equipment. And to be honest, there is quite a lot of space for a full-fledged dressing room, a lovely big bed, and a fantastic view from the window. Nothing to add, just perfect. You walk on a boat and you have no claims at all. Nothing that you would like to change. Huge bathroom, crazy height of ceilings, dimensions everywhere, just magnificent, and therefore the feeling of maximum comfort. And a very important point, which is quite rare on yachts, amazing soundproofing. And finally, just a few words about inner space. The inner cockpit of this catamaran easily accommodates all guests who are on board. As we recall, a maximum of 8 people. The kitchen can be in the cockpit, or could be placed in a float. Here could be installed any kind and any shapes of sofas. And to all of the above, the beauty of this catamaran is that it's a custom boat from the bottom to the top, which means that when you're working on your project, you always end up with something completely unique, because each and every Sunreef catamaran owner is as unique as his boat.